Hi, my name's Phil Ring. I'm executive producer at TT Games, working on LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. So we wanted to show some brand new content. So the various bits and pieces we've got a huge amount actually. We've got some brand new characters that we're revealing. So we've got people in there like Maestro. We've got some really cool variants of characters. We've got an old West version of Iron Man. She's kind of like steampunky almost. And you've got Tony Stark suiting up in this kind of old school suit. We've got some bits and pieces in there like that, which is really exciting. And then we've also got a brand new level. We're actually showing part of level 7 of the game, which takes place in Asgard. And it's a boss fight against Surtur. So you've got Thor, you've got Jane Foster version of Thor, you've got Loki, you've got Captain America, and you've got Captain Marvel, and you're all kind of teaming up together to kind of take down Surtur.
So talk about what your relationship is with Marvel and what they provide in terms of support and assets to help make this game a reality.
So we work really closely for Marvel for a very long time now, and it's a fantastic partnership. We absolutely love working with them. And what's great is we bounce ideas off each other the entire time. When we were working on the story right from the start, we sat there going, okay, we want to do a really cool story. We want to do something with Kang. And we were chatting with Marvel and thought, you know what, it would be really great if we had like a Marvel writer kind of help out. And then it was like, why don't we actually just speak with Kurt Busiek? He's done Kang stories in the past, it would be fantastic. So we actually worked with Kurt on this story. And then also things like characters. We talk about various characters that we'd want to include. What's fantastic for this game is we actually have a brand new character in this that's never been seen anywhere else before. He's called Carnum, and it's basically Carnage and Venom being experimented on, which means the two have now fused to make this brand new character. So the first time you ever get to see it will be in our game, and that's just amazing. So.
Yeah, you'd think something like that had been done before when you think about it, but it hasn't.
No, and we're really excited. I mean, the team, we're absolutely massive Marvel fans, and so we really love working with these characters, and just to say that we've had a little bit of kind of Marvel thing from us, absolutely amazing. We're so excited about it.
So is Carnum an anti-hero, a hero, or a villain?
Oh, he's a villain. He's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a boss encounter. So yeah, you turn up and there's all this stuff going on, and then all of a sudden you have to defeat Carnum, and it's a brilliant boss encounter. It's like ooh, it's creepy, but it's really good. And then once, of course, you've unlocked him, Lego game, you get to play as any of these characters. So you get to play as him in free play and kind of explore Chronopolis in the open world.
So can you talk about like what you've learned from past Lego superhero games that you've applied and made better in Marvel Superheroes 2?
So with all the characters, we're always looking at trying to think what makes them really cool, what makes them unique, and we want this kind of real level of depth to them. So one of the things that we really know is that when people are playing these characters, they're massive fans of them. I mean, we're massive fans of them. So there's things that you have to include, and the team are just getting better and better at including these layers. So if we take someone like Spider-Gwen, for example, a bit of a favourite, I'm currently sporting a Spider-Gwen t-shirt, she's actually got an ability where you get to use a set of drums, and because she's a drummer in the Mary Janes. And so it's that level of depth that if you're a fan of the character, you know where it's coming from. If you're not, it's just kind of a cool combat ability. And then, of course, all the quests, the missions, we really wanted something that was really exciting. So as you're exploring Chronopolis, the various locations will have quests that make sense for those locations and characters. So you might go to ancient Egypt and there'll be something relevant for ancient Egypt, or medieval England where you meet someone like Green Skin Smash Troll. And that kind of level of depth and detail was really important for us.
So go into detail about how you guys decide who gets to be in a Lego Marvel Superheroes game and the process about, is it a vote, is it, how does it work?
So what we do is when we're looking at the characters, we're sat there going, with the original story, it was like, who do we want to include? We get to pick and choose, basically. So it was this idea that we wanted this huge roster of characters, all these people in the story that are involved. And then when we're looking at the entire character roster, it basically just becomes a question of who's got the coolest idea. So we have massive Marvel fans in the office, and someone turns around and goes, I want to include this person. And we go, who on earth is that? And they go, you look into it and go, oh yeah, they're really cool, that's really fun. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. And then of course we bounce ideas off Marvel, and we'll sit there and go, oh, we want to go to this location. They're like, oh, you're going to ancient Egypt. You should include the ancient Egypt version of the Avengers. And we're like, yes, we should. So it really is just kind of like, we'll take the idea from anywhere. Even the kind of public and fans. We knew that we wanted to do this game, so we kind of teased it at the very end of the first Marvel Superheroes. Now that we actually come back to doing it, we've been listening to kind of what people have been asking for and what they would expect. It's great for us that we have fans out there turn around and say, oh, if they go back to doing this, we would love to see X, Y, and Z. And so we really try and do that. So
many years ago, the Lego games used to just be all pantomiming, but now you guys have gone to full-fledged voice work and voiceover. What did that open up for the Lego games, being able to do that instead of just telling via pantomiming?
So one of the biggest leaps for us was the fact that we can tell original stories. When we were doing something like the original film that we've done in the past that are kind of based on theatrical, like everyone knows what Indiana Jones and things like that, and Harry Potter, and they're really iconic stories. So when you see those scenes kind of brought to life in Lego, but in a pantomime form, it makes perfect sense. Where we're telling an original story, there's only so many pictures you can hold up trying to explain what you need to do next. So adding voice allowed us to tell this original story. but also really give a lot of depth to the characters. I mean, when you're playing as any of these characters, if you change to someone like Cosmo, the space dog, all of a sudden he starts speaking and you kind of get an idea of who this character is. They say really quirky things. And then in this story in particular, where we've got different types of characters coming together, so Spider-Man meeting Spider-Man Noir, meeting Spider-Gwen, them talking to each other and the play off each other is really fun. So we wanted things like that, and voice allows us to kind of do that level of depth.
You can talk about some of the challenges when bringing characters to life that have never seen, a feature film or an animation show before, like Carnum.
So when we're bringing them to life, we're massive fans of them, and we have huge fans in the office. But we do realise this could be the first time anyone has ever seen these characters. Like, we could have, especially younger gamers, will sit there and go, I have no idea who Horus is, for example. So what we want to do is as we add them, we've changed the system that we unlock characters. You now get a character card that says, this is who this person is, this is their abilities, this is their first ever issue they were appeared in, and this is why they're cool. And so we can kind of educate people a little bit about these characters, and hopefully we may find some people get just as excited as we are about them and run off and learn some more. And then bring them to life. The great thing about it is we get to do the Lego version of these characters as well. So it is different to anything you've seen previously. If you read the comics, if you've seen TV series or films and things like that, they're their versions, and then we get to do our version, which is the kind of the Lego take on it. So they have different abilities, they do different things, and we get to have a lot of fun with them.
When does the game come out? What platforms will it be on?
So it's available on November 14th. It's going to be available November 17th in Europe, and it's Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC.